I got to college when I was still 17, and there were no Muslims at the university. It was like 4 of us. Two of them my twin sisters. And when there was a guy who just landed from Pakistan, so I mean his English was still, whatever, but beautiful guy. So he's actually my brother-in-law now.
Oh, so
he married one of the twins. And you see that a lot in MSAs. To be honest with you, that's actually a beautiful role that the MSA plays. Is it connects young brothers and young sisters, and you see so many marriages come out of MSA connections. It's a beautiful thing. People who hate on that are really small-minded. Anyway, so we established the MSA, and by default I had to be the leader, because back then we had a less understanding of Islam. So my sisters were like, no, we're women, we can't be the president, so you be the president. And then I think we found a couple of other foreign students that that were kind of Muslim, so they would join us in the Jummah. So I had to start giving khutbah. And I didn't even know anything about Islam, let alone how to give a khutbah. So I'm reading books on how to give a khutbah. There was no internet back then. We didn't have cell phones. So I think I went to a bookstore in Houston and found a book on how to give a khutbah. So I'm reading it, learning it, and then I started giving khutbahs. And so just I had to go and seek knowledge wherever I could find it. I would go to the ISNA conference, annual conference in the US, and buy as much learning material as I could for the year. So I could go back and have stuff to learn throughout the year, because there was just no way of accessing knowledge back then.
But would you say that there's something to say about being pushed into a position of leadership, even if it's in the sense that, okay, you're not prepared, you don't feel that you're prepared, but being pushed in that situation and being pushed by necessity is one thing, but even that, say for example, Muslims who aren't sure about Islam, they're not 100% convinced about is this the way that we should be. The way that the communities or if the parents push them in certain areas. For example, if I were to give my own example, I've memorized the Quran when I was very young. And it so happened that my parents asked me. My brother's also a Hafiz, so they know what the challenges are associated with that. Even for their personal life, there's so much they have to sacrifice. So they asked me that, do you want to memorize, or do you want to just read? I don't know how old I was at the time, but Allah made me to say that no, I want to memorize. My brother is lucky, so I want to memorize like him. But I realized as I grew older, and I would say 15, 16, when I started thinking about these questions, that what is the right way? What is Islam the right way? The first place that I went to was, the Quran is in my heart. Let me open it up and let me see what this is about. And I didn't, obviously I said that I have a choice, but that was done for me. That was I was indoctrinated into that. So what would you say about the idea of being pushed or forced into a position, and the benefit that can come out of that, even if you don't make a conscious decision, is this the right way, should I go this way? If that makes sense.
Sure, yeah. No, it's a great question. I think being forced into leadership is how most great leaders start as leaders. The people who actively seek positions in leadership usually are not the best leaders. And even the Prophet ﷺ talked about that, right? Never elect people who want that position. Right? So I think people being forced into leadership is a great thing. I mean, it's and I mean, matter of fact, that's the sunnah of Allah. Right? He forced the Prophet ﷺ into leadership, literally. Right? He just showed up in a cave, said, "Hey, read, Iqra, let's go. You've been chosen." Right?
Exactly.
So I said, and he was such a giant that he was able to carry that weight and that burden. Alhamdulillah. But so anyone out there who gets pushed into a position of leadership, I say personally, if you think there's other people that are stronger and better and that will make the MSA better and keep the people close to Allah and the Prophet ﷺ, then by all means support someone else. But if you feel that there's something off, and in your heart you feel things could get better, could be better, then go ahead and step up and take that lead, right? Even if you're not ready. Just take that lead so that you can make things better. Leadership, at the end of the day, that's all it's about. Making things better for people. okay, making a positive change, influencing positive change in the world. At the bottom line, that's what leaders do, right? So if you're motivated by that, and not the position or the the chair or the I get to put on my resume that I was the president of so and so, right? Because now apparently that's a good thing. Back then it was like, no, you don't want to put on your resume that you were president of the embassy. You know? Funny how things have flipped. Alhamdulillah, in a good way.
Yes.
So yeah, I would encourage them to step up, learn as you go along. You know, you're never ready. You know, you'll never do enough to think you're ready. Just jump in. You know,
right.
I always say, jump off the cliff and build your wings on the way down.
Okay. Yeah. SubhanAllah. Funny enough, I was the president of the MSA in Trinity College where I was studying. But the point I wanted to make was, as you're saying that you're never ready. Also, at that age, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. But one thing I was saying to the committee as I was leaving was that if you, from my perspective, your kids, you're going to make mistakes. The idea is that take from people who are in that position before, take from the elders, and try to do your best.
Absolutely.
In that situation.
See, that's the difference between your generation and my generation. My generation, we literally had like, okay, who do we ask advice from? They didn't really exist. I mean, they existed, but there was like one, Imam Siraj Wahaj in Brooklyn. But I'm in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you guys, alhamdulillah, now you have a whole generation of people that went through that cycle, and you can access them. And so, alhamdulillah, I think there's a lot more infrastructure in place to support people like you.
Alhamdulillah.